Okay, well, hello. I'll be honest, I was kind of surprised at how many people were really getting into this game. I had a lot of interest being shown on YouTube for this game, and so, but I really wasn't expecting to, so I had kind of played a little bit offline and didn't record like a few hours of gameplay, so let me take a few minutes and catch you guys up to where I am. First of all, I have a puppy. He's just a cute little guy right there. And if I want to, I can sort of click on him, click on his pet bowl, and I can get random buffs from him if I spend money. Maybe I'll do that in a little while, but yeah, I have a puppy dog, and I'll show you how I got him in a few minutes. I have opened up all of the various workshop items here, and I'll kind of go over those as we craft, because really there's, I mean, you'll since we do so much crafting and such in the game, we can kind of hold off on it. All right. So anyway, my town has grown somewhat. I have added in my town hall over here. The town hall is not as exciting as I was kind of hoping it would be, but in here, right here, we can now do our town management from town hall instead of having to do it from the mayor's house. I currently have 24 citizens and 30 tourists. I have managed to unlock quite a bit of the town, and apparently, woof! Apparently, I have opened up more of the world than exists somehow. I honestly don't know how I have 5 out of 3. I don't really know. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. I have more citizens than I thought I did. Can I? Oh, okay. So the most amount of workers that you can get is 10 each. So we'll go ahead and just max those out, and we still have more citizens. Now that's actually good, because the more citizens you have, the more tax income you get. So there's nothing wrong with having extra citizens that aren't doing anything necessarily for our town. But we've maxed out all this, and we've got a lot of tourism, which tourism basically is just extra tax money, it turns out. They can't be used as workers, but they do count towards your overall taxation. We had over here, I think it was over here. No, well, it was up here somewhere. I think it was right here. When we unlocked the town hall, there was a chest. It had, I think, something like 11,000 gold in it. But other than that, there really isn't much else in the town hall as of yet. But it does seem like the further you get in the game, the more you unlock in the game. So maybe that will change in the future. So as you can see, we have quite a few people walking around our town. We still only have the one vendor over here. But, oh my gosh, he moved. He used to be over here. Now he's here. Okay. Sure. So anyway, my price factor has gone up to 1.1. My sales chance is up to 70%. So I sort of increased a bit of that as well. Also, as you can see, my hammer is no longer steel. I have upgraded it to crystal. And honestly, I mean, it seems like I've done a lot while I wasn't recording, but honestly, it really wasn't that much. It was pretty much kind of the same thing I had been doing. Mine, gather wood, and that sort of thing. We've opened up a few things, but you'll kind of see what I'm talking about here. I also bought the mobile teleporter. I'll show you that in a minute. And it looks like right now all we have left are just the Gemstone Hammer and the Magic Steel Hammer to upgrade. Also, as you can see, I've maxed out the market price, which is the 1.1. So we're making the most amount of profit we can from what we sell. A little bit further on, and we will have I think this only goes up to level 10. I think, because I think it only goes to an 80% chance. And we still only have 3 market slots. Honestly, I didn't think I needed any more. I really haven't had much of a use for more than 3, but we'll see as time goes on. All right. Let me head over here. Now you guys already saw the little apartment houses over here. This is the aquarium, where you can come to. All this did was add to our tourism. But you can come in here and you can look around. There wasn't any like chests or anything like that in here. But if you want to, you could look from above. You can kind of look around here. People can walk on the air. The game has its buggy moments, but it is enjoyable. But over here, let's see, where was I? Oh, right. Okay, so this was the pathway to the next level of housing. And that's hit this right here. And that opened up another bit of housing, which was right here. And that opened up another level of housing, which is right here. And that opened up a place called the Pet Trainer. And the Pet Trainer was where I got my doggy. And you basically just come in here, you talk to Nissy, and she gives you the option to buy a puppy, which I did. It's the only option you have, at least that I have opened up so far. Maybe more opens up later. I'm not sure. But this is where I got my puppy dog. So I call him Baxter. It's Baxter, that puppy dog. Okay, so that opened up the Pet Trainer. Now, this opened up another area over to here, which was some more terraced housing. Really, most of what I've been opening up is just housing. It hasn't been anything like, ooh, ah, wow, exciting. But if I want to, I can now, go from the market. I don't have to go all the way around that way. I can just come from the market over to here. Oh, did I just see? Oh, I thought I saw a chest. But if I wanted to, I could come just like straight from Mr. Tooth over here. I can just exit here and go boing and boing. And here I am back at where my housing is currently at. Which my next level of housing looks to be a mage house. Kind of excited about that because we do know that there is mana in the game. Uh-oh. Where did my mana go? That's odd. Maybe we had an update and I didn't realize it. That's possible. But anyway, it looks like this is the next thing that we're going to be buying. And I need 10,000 stone bricks, 5,000 wood planks, and 1,750 iron tools. So, let's see, 10,000 stone bricks. I have 20,000. I need 1,750 of the iron tools. I don't have enough. I'm going to need to get more. And then for the wood planks, I definitely have enough wood planks. And I've got enough money But I think I'm going to spend some of this money. I'm going to try not to go above 550,000. But I do want to keep improving my strength, because the more strength you have, the harder you can hit, the faster you can mine. So I'm just going to... yeah, we'll go one more. I'm still getting taxes, so that should make it up there pretty good. I haven't really messed with my health. I don't really get in combat. I really don't mess with combat, so I'm not really terribly worried about this. That might change later, maybe if there ends up being combat somewhere. I'm not sure, but I haven't found it. I maxed out my mining quality at 150. I maxed out my jump power at 30, and I maxed out my sprint at 50. I'm keeping my mining speed at 35. Just because I've discovered that if I try to go much faster than this, the animation doesn't complete. It'll start swinging, and then it's like I'll have been moving so fast that it won't complete the hit, and it'll just come back up here again, and I'll just basically end up doing this. And I don't mine anything. So until I hear back from the developers that they're going to fix that somehow, I'm just going to leave it 35. And it really doesn't hurt anything. It's not like I'm terribly worried about mining faster. I'm actually really just worried about hitting harder. Otherwise, I have unlocked the next level of mine. I will show you that in a minute. I have unlocked the various gold and silver jewelry. I think I showed you that in the last episode. I'm now capable of finding the gemstones, which I'll show you that in a minute. And I can make all of these. And of course, you already know about the potions. So let me just take one last... Now, okay, so as I mentioned, I have the teleporter stone now. So now I can just hit P, and I don't have to go to a teleporter. I can just teleport directly to a teleportation spot that I've already opened. So just from anywhere I want, I can just come over here, I can just hit the thing and just poof, go to wherever I want to. So that's a nice little time saver. And for the mine, now you guys have already seen the iron, and just to show you how much stronger this hammer is, I will end up needing some more of the nice, huh? I knocked out that iron fast. So it's the hammer plus the strength upgrades have been doing pretty good here. But I have unlocked silver. I think I told you guys about... I showed you guys the silver. But that's a 30,000. Further down, I have unlocked gold. And that's 60,000. Inside here was like a little chest. And it had something like 10,000 gold in it or something like that. Not like gold ore, but like coins. I should say coins. And further down here, we get into crystals. Now, there are actually 4 different levels of crystals. These are the cheapest crystals here at 20,000. Over here... we have these crystals, which are at 50,000. Over here, we have these crystals at 80,000. And these crystals here at 120,000. As far as I can tell, this is as far as the mines go. And I've mostly been just doing the big crystals here, just because I've been needing mostly crystals, so that I can stay on top of my jewelry and gemstone production. Because the way you unlock the gemstones is basically you turn these crystals into gemstones. So that pretty much catches us up with where we are. So how's everybody been doing? Now begins the mining and chopping and crafting portion of our episode. Oh, now as you might notice that sometimes I'm swinging and I'm not doing any damage. I've noticed that is the case with a lot of these crystals. Oh, no, stop that. With oh my gosh. It's like, for some reason, they swing and they hit the wrong thing. God. Sometimes that's just sort of a thing, and it's a little frustrating. The hitboxes on the crystals are a little rough. So I kind of have to pay attention to where... to whether or not I'm actually making an impact when I swing at these. Yeah, see how it only hit 2 of those? So I do have to kind of pay attention to whether or not I'm actually impacting the crystals. And I've noticed that that problem is mainly with the crystals. All right, and as you can see, we don't get a ton of crystals off of each one of these, and this is the maximum amount you can get. Crystal mining is very, very slow. That is something I've definitely noticed. And I think that's intended. I mean, honestly, if, you know, the whole point of this game is to be able to just sort of zen out and just enjoy mining and grinding away at... Oh boy, we're getting a weird little thing here. That's kind of another thing I have to kind of pay attention to is if I'm not careful, I can get hung up on like terrain camera issues. But yeah, what's everybody been doing lately? How's your lives been? Now that I am back, and I'm back on my normal maintenance medication for my neck, I can start my exercise routine again. So I am back at doing exercises again normally. Waiting on the next Sandrock update. Yeah, me too. I'll probably play a little bit more Sandrock, but since we've kind of hit the point of we've run out of main quest in Sandrock, I'm kind of leaning towards maybe just like putting it on hiatus again for a little while. Maybe play a little bit here and there, because I do enjoy the game. And I do want to continue building relationships and such like that. But I think if I continue playing the game, it'll be more for experimentation and seeing what happens when we do certain things. Maybe to try to discover some proper methods for gifting, proper methods for fishing. See if we can't start creating some optimization here and there. I may get with Greg on that and kind of compare notes with what he's found. Since he's been very heavily delving into the game with bug fixes and such. Bam. But I think I'll stay here for a little while and mine this area. I have not run out. There's still a number of things that haven't been resolved yet from the update. I don't know. I don't seem to be really running across a whole lot of stuff. Maybe I need to increase more of the... maybe I need to increase more of my relationships to be able to open up more. That would not be surprising. I kind of took some time to be able to, as you can see kind of down below on near where the potions are, you can see I have like 167 stamina potions. That's it, and that has dramatically increased from the last time I did a farm visit, because what I did is I had run myself entirely out of stamina potions, and I went to the farm with all of my upgrades and such, and I just ended up with a lot more vegetables this time because of all the stamina upgrades. So I did find out that the mining efficiency does impact, now not the strength, because strength doesn't matter when it comes to crops, because they have 0 hit points. You just hit them and they immediately break. But for mining, the mining efficiency also seems to impact the amount of crops you get per plant. So because my mining efficiency is a lot higher, I was able to get a lot more stuff to be able to make potions this time. So instead of getting something like 80 potions, I ended up with like 168 or 167 or something. So that was kind of cool. That's a nice little detail to know about this game, is that the mining efficiency also applies to the crops. We already knew it applied to the wood, but now we know it also applies to crops. Morning, Jen. How you doing? Are you enjoying your vacation? My sister went on a nice little beach vacation. You're home? Ah. All right. Oh, see how I'm missing, even though I'm impacting? Like, the hitboxes on this is really weird. Yeah, see, sometimes these things are just really bizarre. I have no idea why it does what it does. Yeah, I think I'm just going to skip that one. Oop. Yeah, some of the hitboxes on these are really, really odd. It was a wonderful weekend. Yeah, good. Rebuilt housing, more interaction with your love interest in the next update for Sandrock. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. So the plan right now is I'm basically going to mine until I hit roughly about 10,000 crystals. And then I'm probably going to go and gather some a variety of metals, like maybe I'll probably do iron for a while, probably get gold and silver, probably just gold for a while. And then go get some wood, depending on how much I have, because for the most part I've been utilizing my wood to turn it into charcoal, because you need charcoal in order to smelt the silver and the gold and to turn iron into steel. And I have discovered that the gemstone swords do seem to, it kind of holds true that those are the the highest in terms of per item profitability. I guess we'll go ahead and go over here. So that's what I've mostly been kind of focused on, but since I have my town out and my town is also getting stone, they're also getting wood, they're also getting other metals, I have been trying not to neglect the other aspects of the economy as well, even though I spend pretty much most of my time here in the mines, which makes sense. The game's called Happy Mining. So I mean, it kind of makes sense that you would, you know, end up eventually spending most of your time mining in a game called Happy Mining. I still haven't figured out the castle yet, though. I have to assume that at some point we will unlock that castle. I'm kind of hoping that when we open up the mage tower, that will maybe give us some insight. I don't know, though. So right now I'm mostly just focused on let's keep opening up more and more of the town, and we'll just kind of see what the, you know, where the game takes us. Because as I kind of mentioned, oh, hey, come on. There we go. Oh boy, I gotta find that exact sweet spot, don't I? Oh my god. Ah, come on. Stop facing the wrong direction. Why are you facing that direction? Stop that. Why am I facing that direction? Stop that. Oh, it is so hard to hit get the right spot on these things, I swear. Okay. I mean, I hope that someday a developer either watches the stream or watches the, you know, my YouTube channel, one or the other, and kind of sees the difficulties in the hitboxes and makes adjustments. It's just every once in a while we end up missing, and I don't know why. But I would like to be able to keep making more money while the town continues to gather the resources we need to be able to open up the next, building, which is the mage tower. Because I still have 2 more hammers to buy. And if we can get the top level of hammer, that of course would be for the best. Y'all know I pay attention to my tools. You gotta take care of your tools. You know, why am I facing that direction? There we go. All right, that looks like it's hitting every hit. Maybe your character needs to see needs glasses. Maybe. I mean, you know, he was just a simple peasant man. You know, maybe he needs glasses. Could be. We don't know. There's much to discover in the world of happy mining. But as far as I know, I have explored the entire land. I don't think I have... I've overlooked anything. With the exception, of course, of the castle, because I can't open that yet. So But I believe I've discovered, I mean, as far as I could see, there were only 6 places to teleport. So I've opened up all those for sure. And I went around to all the little, to every little nook and cranny I could find. I didn't find any caves or anything like that. So I think this mine is pretty much all we have in that regard. For mining anyway. And I haven't found any other creatures to fight other than those golems that we found in the stone quarry. So I think maybe it's just oh, look at that. It respawned already. I'm sure there's gonna come a time where my mining ability is gonna be like so nasty I could like kill it. Like I can wipe out one of these 120,000 crystals in like 3 or 4 hits. That would be pretty amazing if I could get that kind of efficiency. But you know, until then, nice just to be able to sit here and wail away on a crystal and slowly watch my town collect taxes and slowly gather up mining materials, and it's just a nice, comfortable game. Whoop. Uh-oh. I am out of energy. There we go. Break that. Go ahead and drink another one. Chances are this crystal will probably be will take us over 10,000. So after this, I'll take a look at my stocks and see where we are, because all the while that we've been banging on these crystals, my town has been working away, gathering other materials as well, so I can kind of see where we are and what we still need to gather before we head back and start doing some major crafting. And I can kind of give you an idea once I do another crafting run. I'll give you I'll be able to show you a general idea of how much additional money I can make once I get these all these materials turned into something I can sell. And there we go. All right. 10,000 seems to be a halfway decent place to stop for now. Let's go ahead and head back. Oh, actually, what do I need? Before I go anywhere, let's take a look at what we got here. All right, 19,000 stone, which will translate into roughly about, what is that, 10,000 bricks. I don't think I need that. I need to worry about that. Only about only 9,000 ore though. We need 17. What was it? 1750. That's enough to get 1750. Maybe I'll just head back. And we're plenty good on wood, but our coal is a little limiting. Maybe I'll go and get some wood. Yeah, I think I'll go get some wood before we head up there. So if we're gonna do that, go ahead and teleport directly to the forest. Oh yeah, I'm now able to one-shot the those stumps. And the skills are able to pretty much one-shot the trees now. I kind of wish that there were larger trees that we could harvest. It's kind of a pity that that we're somewhat limited in that regard. Because the biggest trees that we can get is 8,000. Oop. And we're three-shotting these medium-sized trees. I wonder, am I up to the point where I can one-shot with the 2-level skill? But see, I got all these guys out here gathering wood for me. Darn it. Oh, I did hit it. Sort of just caught the edge of it. I wasn't sure if it worked that way or not. I'd never really tried to do that before. Alright. I think I'll head up this way. Usually there's a little wood indicator up here telling me where how much wood I've got. Huh. I don't know where that indicator is. Oh, let's not go that way. Let's go this way. Oh, there we go. I'm glad these things respawn relatively quickly. Oh, stop that. There we go. Oh, stop crouching. Because it's going to get to the point where my hits are going to be strong enough that I'm just going to be able to run by, not even pause, and just one-shot these things. I mean, I'm doing it with skills, but kind of looking forward to the point where I'll be able to just do like a little run by swipe with my hammer and just knock out the big trees. That was kind of cool. I didn't realize that I could do the level 1 and take out a 2,000. If I can just do the... Kind of burns through your stamina, but, you know, it's not like we have to worry too much about stamina. And wood's kind of a minor thing at this point. We just need to make sure we have enough wood to turn into charcoal or coal, I guess. I wish they would do something about that vision blocking too. That's more annoying than prohibitive, but it is a little annoying. Go. Welcome back. I partially missed that hit. I'll have to line that up a little bit better next time. See, this is another thing. I'm kind of thinking that maybe at some point we'll open up this too. It could be that that's... oh, hey, well, hello. Has that been there the whole time and I just didn't notice? It could be. But I'm kind of hoping that, like, things like this will end up being something. Maybe all these ruins will be something that will eventually be able to rebuild. But I really don't know. I don't really know how far this game goes with its building. And every time I think we may that I may have come to the end of the game, we're not ended. So hard to say. I'm kind of hoping that there's still quite a bit more to this game, because I would really like to be able to keep playing it. I do enjoy the game. It's a very nice, relaxing, kickback kind of game where I don't have to really stress about anything. There's no day-night cycle, no real quest urgency or anything like that. It's more just, hey, there's these things to build. You know, go ahead and build them whenever you get around to it. And I do like that the game doesn't limit you in terms of, like, your character feeling powerful. Because at the beginning, you definitely, like, feel very weak. But as time goes on, there's the hitbox thing, but really that's just about the only issue. And even that's not so much stressful as it is just like, they need to fix that. But this is the castle I was talking about. I don't remember if I showed you guys this in the last one, but this is Goldberger's castle, and as far as I can see, there's no way in here. So I have to assume that eventually we will improve the... Well, I tell you what, I'll go ahead and go up there, and then I'll just teleport back to the fort. Well, actually, do I even need to worry about... No, I've got, you know what? I got a lot of wood. We're okay. I have to assume that eventually we'll just unlock enough of the town that they'll say, hey, the castle has been unlocked. Because clearly there's stuff in here. I mean, I'm seeing like a little teleport. I think that's a little teleport spot right there. Or maybe that's just lanterns. But I'm seeing stuff in here to improve. So... I do think that this isn't just a landmark for us to look at and go, ooh. I mean, there's a teleport here. I have to assume that this actually has a purpose in life. So we will see. All right. Hey, Baxter. How's it going? All right, let's just go ahead and... Do I want to turn all of this into... Yeah, maybe not all of it. Maybe just that much. And I'll hold on to the rest of it. That's a whole lot of coal there. So we'll go ahead and convert all that into iron. All right, so steel. Okay, so we have to be a little careful about this. So it's 10 per, so let's do 600. And there we go, 600 of those. Let's see. Let's do 435. There we go. And silver. Let's do 1,080 maybe? No, that's not right. 1,080. Oh, no, that's not quite right either. Oh, I don't have enough coal anyway. So maybe just 1,000? Oh, not even that. All right, so it looks like I will need more coal. All right. My bad here. I thought I was going overboard. No problem. We'll just go ahead and max out our coal. Wood's easy to get. All right, so silver and what do we say, 1,000. And let's see. Maybe 80. All right, so other than that, looks like we're pretty good there. So now we come down to here and we'll smelt all that steel. Oh, shoot, that's right. I was gonna, I needed, darn it, I forgot I needed, I need tools. Ah, darn it. That's all right. Okay, we'll create swords. And I'll go back to the mines and just mine up some more. That was my fault. Okay, let's click on silver. Let's max out our silver. Click on gold. Max out our gold jewelry. And then we will start with... Oh, wait. I gotta go get... So, the way you convert crystals into gemstones is right here. So you go to crystal. You create the most you can. Go to gemstones. Create the most you can. So it's roughly about 10 of the crystals per gemstone. All right, so we'll go to the gemstones and we have created the most number that we can here. That's weird. Why did I only get 30? I had 60. That should have created 60. That's a glitch. All right, 300. Let's do. Let's see, it's 1 per 5. Let's just create 100 at a time. And let's do 85. There we go. Yeah, you really got to be real particular about using create and not create max when it comes to this fine forage. It's a little buggy. All right, so I will have to go and get more iron. That was my fault. I should have made this the tools first. But I wasn't thinking. I was just thinking about profitability. All right. So, oh, no. I'm so used to going over here. I have to get used to him being here now. Okay, so let's go to our gemstone steel sword. Let's go to our gemstone gold jewelry. And 30. That should be 60, but oh well. 193. Sell. And I guess I could sell my... I guess I could sell the base silver jewelry and gold jewelry, but I think for now I'll just sort of hold on to it, and I'll go get some more crystal so that I can max out the profitability of that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we'll let that go ahead and run its course. And I will pop over to back to the mine, and I'll mine up some ore. That was a whoops on my fault, my part. Oh well. Fortunately, iron ore is not terribly difficult to deal with. Okay, those swipes do about 3,000 or so. Oh boy, I'm getting that weird... Oh, we're missing again. Ah, come on. It's funny, too, because... if you're missing the hitboxes for the swing, you would think that like Stone Spike, that #2 skill, would just like cover the whole area and get it. But no, it doesn't. Even the Stone Spike, like area effect thing, can miss as well. Like if I do this, that actually could potentially miss as well if you're simply standing in the wrong spot. So if you can't hit it with your hammer, it can actually completely miss hitting the ore with the little Stone Spike ability, even though you could be just standing right next to it. So yeah, it's kind of a weird hitbox bug thing. Oh, something sold. Very good. Yeah, see how one of those hits didn't hit? Come on. Ah, come on. Quit missing. Silly thing. Come on, hit. Yeah, it's annoying, but not that big of a deal. Excuse me. Looks like #2 is sold. We just need #3 to sell, and we are... Oh, wait, there was only 2, wasn't there? Never mind. Let's go to 20. Let's hit 20,000, and we'll head back. There we go. All right. And head back to the marketplace. We'll turn all that into iron bars, and then turn all the iron bars into iron tools, because and I don't mind going over on that score just because I've been using a lot of iron tools to build to build houses and such lately, so chances are I will end up using it at some point. There we go. Oh. Turn it into iron tools there, Lion. All right. There you go. And there we go. I do notice that the only real the only really real bug with Create Max is on that Fine Forge. Everything else seems to work okay, but it's the Fine Forge that acts a little weird. All right, so those few little things got us another 2 million, almost 2 million. So you do gotta like that. All right, let's go ahead and head over. Morning, ma'am. Shoot, where was the... It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, right over here. And let's build the mage tower. And here we go. 4 additional citizens, 200 gold, but we will gain a mage. Oh. Here's the fireworks. Nice. Oh, it's down here. Ooh. Ew. I don't suppose I can mine this, can I? And I'm stuck. Here we go. Can I mine this? No. Okay. Kind of look around a little bit. Because when you first purchase something, quite often it includes like a... What's this? Oh, nothing. Can't go in there. It includes like a chest full of goodies. It's basically like representing what was left over after you built the area. All right. Cool. Oh, there it is. All right. Planks, bricks, iron tools. Can I get something to eat? All right. Nothing particularly exciting on the bottom floor. Where's our mage? Looks like we can keep going up from here. That's pretty. Can I do something here? No. Can I read this? No. Can I get this pie? No. All right. We'll keep going upwards. All right. Oh, okay. There's a chest. Ooh, gosh. Okay. What do we get? 25,000 gold. Very nice. Okay. Oh. What did I see over here? Thought I saw like a thing flash up. Okay, maybe not. Odd. We did unlock a mage, didn't we? Maybe he's not in the tower? Oh. Okay, no, we're sort of not... Okay. Okay, well... Maybe this is just a stepping stone to the next area. I'm not seeing any place to build outward in this direction. Possibly there's another one in a different direction. Sometimes you gotta find them. The next the next place to open up can often be like back where you just came from. No. And I'm a little disappointed. I wanted my mage. But then, oh, well, maybe the mage is over here? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's, wait, not this guy. Is it maybe this guy? Yeah, is it Mazel? Mazel. No. Okay, so I haven't unlocked him yet. So I still don't know what the deal is with him. I'm assuming that at some point we will unlock him. Okay, so that's where that's Mr. Tooth. Maybe it's there? I'm just gonna take a quick look around this way. And see if we have unlocked something this direction. Because that's the mage guy. That's where we just came from. And I don't see any signs expanding out in that direction at all. No. Anna Fox, how you doing today? You think the mage is not in the game yet? Have you played this game before? Are you speaking from experience, or are you guessing? Oh, hey, Buckethead. Clearly that's not it. No. Okay, there's our regular guy. No. You played it too? By chance, do you know how to open the castle? Okay, well here, yeah, we're back here again. Okay. We went over here. See if we unlocked any of these. We could also check, like, the farm to see if anything's unlocked out there. Check the castle to see if that's been unlocked. Check over here in the terraced area and see if anything's been unlocked over here. Maybe over here. Ask the developer about Discord and Mage and Castle. Oh, okay. It's coming up, coming in an update? Ah, okay. So this game is still in development. I had no idea. I've been kind of just playing this game sort of comfortably. Haven't really been looking for any major. I've been playing this with an extremely relaxed attitude. I have not. I have not attempted to push this at all. I've been actually really enjoying just how comfortable the game is, because this is, I've been kind of telling everybody that this game feels like the power wash simulator of town builders. It is in early access. Oh, okay. Because the developer sent me the key for this. Oh, hey. That's new. Because I've been over here before and that wasn't there. Okay. So it does seem like there has been at least a small update because there have been some changes. For example, the mana is gone. There used to be a mana thing here. I guess I'll go ahead and just sort of take a quick peek around just to see if anything else has been unlocked elsewhere. All right, doesn't look like that's unlocked anything. Okay, and I think I have... Yeah, I've already gotten the treasure, the chest that was in the sunflowers. And I'm not seeing any other sneaky stuff. I wish you could see into that that wheat field a little bit better. All right. Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, it's so dense in there that there's no looking into it. So if there's anything in there, you literally just have to run into it and hope for the best. All right, let's go check out the farm. See if anything has been unlocked over there. Oh! I may have just genuinely missed this one, because it's not like I did a thorough exploration of the farm. So that one I could have just straight up just missed. So, all right, well, there's the teleporter. All right, well, I'm not seeing any signs anywhere. And don't see any signs on any of these. Is that a root? That's a root. And I don't really care about getting fruit because we don't really need health since there really isn't all that much in the way of combat in this game. And I'm not particularly worried about fighting golems. Oh, and Anifox, by chance have you discovered how to get dragon scales yet? I've looked all over this place. I'm assuming that's also coming in an update? Because I have not discovered anything about dragons or dragon scales. I haven't found anything along that line either. You don't know? Yeah, no, it's cool. I figured since you'd played the game before, maybe I'd try picking your brain. But yeah, I don't know either. And there isn't a wiki for the game. And as far as I can see, there's really been no YouTubers that have played this game more than just like a tiny bit. And I seem to be the only streamer that's sort of playing this somewhat seriously. Because I'm digging this game. I think this game is cool. It is absolutely zero stress kind of game, and I love that. It's the first town builder I've ever come across where you genuinely have a zero stress situation. And you just don't come across games like that very often that just manage to just do it perfectly. Power Wash Simulator was the only other game that I've come across where you genuinely just have zero stress. All right, yeah, okay, he hasn't changed anything. I guess we can pop over to the castle and just look at it. Although, I mean, I believe you when you say that it's not open, because I've already been here a couple. Yeah, the gates are still closed. So I guess we can maybe just look around a little bit. Because I really haven't seen any, like, hidden caves or anything like that. I think at this point, we may just sort of have reached the end of the game as it currently stands. And at this point, we're basically just going to be mining for... to be able to just make some more profitability so we can upgrade our hammer. Because I've already explored over, like, pretty much every inch of this place that I'm aware of. Yeah, if there's more to this game, I'm not really sure. Ooh. Oh, Anna Fox. Thank you for the follow. Squeaker says thank you. Welcome to the Pride. Pull up a chair. Have an antelope or two. Oh. Can I get over there, I wonder? I don't know that I've been out this way. Maybe. Is this part of the water that I can just sort of walk across? Oh, no, it looked kind of like a ford, but it's not letting me. It's doing the hard invisible wall. Maybe no, that looks, yeah, I don't see any fords or anything, and my guess is that it's gonna keep giving me that hard invisible wall. Okay. No, okay, I've been over this way before. All right, yeah, oh. Okay, for sure I've been over here. I'm finding all these new cubes. Do they respawn? Do they just sort of randomly pop in after a while? Because for sure I've been over there before. Several times, because I've tried exploring the place before. And I'm in this area harvesting trees all the time. So for sure I've seen that area before and never saw any cubes. Maybe they've been added? Yeah, because there's that, which I assume that's eventually going to be something that we can build up, maybe. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that'll be, oh, wait, no, that's the quarry, isn't it? But I'd really love the chance to be able to, like, just go through all these ruins and just either rebuild them or maybe break them down for more stone brick or just, just more stuff. I really do think that this is one of those undiscovered gems of a game where the game really hasn't gotten a lot of advertising. Not a lot of people have been paying too much attention to this. I kind of see this game much like I saw Animalica, because at the beginning, Animalica really didn't have much many people taking a look at it. There wasn't much to the game. People were mostly kind of just shrugging and going, there's not much to it. And then it turned out that Animalica was a much bigger game and a much more involved gameplay system than was initially thought. So I kind of think that this is going to end up being like that. That we're going to end up having this game be sort of a sleeper hit. And it kind of doesn't help its case that it does take a while to sort of build up. Because at the beginning, you're just kind of going, I'm going really slow. And, you know, like a single tree takes like 50 billion hits to chop down. And it really sort of takes a minute for the game to warm up. But at the same time, it's so relaxed. It's so chill. You have zero stress to the game. That if you're just willing to give it some time and some patience, the game sort of ends up paying for itself. And for $6, you cannot beat the price. Because, I mean, I 100% would say this game is at least worth $6. As chill and as relaxed as this game is, I think it's 100% worth $6. If you have not been willing to you know, you've been kind of looking at this going, is it worth my time? I don't know if I want to play this game. I will say it's definitely worth the $6. Granted, I got the developer sent me a Steam key, and thank you so much, developers. You're awesome. I really appreciate it when developers go out of their way to support the channel. And especially since I'm the kind of streamer, YouTuber that gives his honest opinion. And if a game sucks, I'll say, guys, this game sucks. Don't waste your money. So, I mean, it's sort of a risk giving away your product to somebody that, you know, doesn't shill. You know, I'm not the kind of guy whose opinion can be bought. You know, you know, if you're gonna give me a game, if you're gonna pay for me to sponsor your game, be prepared. I'm gonna give you an honest evaluation, and I'm not gonna shill. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this game is the greatest thing ever, and be like going, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. By the way, this is brought to you by the developers of. No, you know, either the game's good or the game's bad. And in my opinion, there's some rough patches. The game needs a little help. It would benefit a lot from a map. I would love to have a map of the area. But really, I mean, if you're willing to be a little patient with the game and give it a chance to sort of develop itself, yeah, 100% this game is worthwhile, and definitely worth $6. And I think if this game were to get the advertising it deserves, I suspect this game's going to be a lot bigger than you would initially think it would. Can I one-shot this yet? No. I could, like, do the specials for that. I'm just kind of curious. I want to see with the purple rock. I want to see how fast I could remove a purple rock. Because right now the purple rocks are kind of the... Are kind of the... Alright. So I still can't, one-shot it. It still takes a few hits. But, alright. Oh, that's another thing. I could sort of explore this area. Maybe a new area has opened up here. Yeah, that's more of them. Although I guess I'm not particularly concerned about them either. I guess I could potentially just one-shot these guys. Yeah. Yeah, I could just one-shot him. And then, of course... But the thing is that there doesn't seem to really be a purpose to these golems. They give you rock, but honestly, you're actually better off... Like, with the same number of hits it would take to defeat a golem, you could also, like, destroy one of these or destroy a purple rock, and you don't have to worry about dying. Personally, I think either make the golems like give you more reward, or make them a little bit more viable for combat, or I mean, but then again, honestly, I kind of like that combat in this game is almost a non-factor. I kind of like that. I really appreciate a game that, I mean, this game really does. And I said it in the last episode. This is a game that knows exactly what it is, and it doesn't try to be more than that. And I appreciate that. Some games like to add a bunch of fluff in order to... Oh, shoot. Why can I not get past here? I know I can. I've done it before. Oh, did they... Oh, have they blocked it? Oh, okay. I guess we have had an update because I used to be able to hop past that. Can I jump over this? No, they've hard blocked it now. All right, so they've hard blocked this. It used to be that you could jump past this. Of course, you couldn't do anything with the sword. Because the sword, I guess, hasn't been implemented. Although it would be kind of cool. I'd like to be able to someday draw that sword and see what I can do with it. But yeah, it looks like they put a hard wall against that as well. Yeah, exactly. I want the sword too. I want to see what it does. But yeah. Let's maybe pop over to the mine again. I think we'll just go ahead and do some crystal mining again. I've got lots of jewelry that needs gemstones. So maybe I'll just start pushing for... I'll just start pushing for the next level of hammer. Because my miners here, they're cranking along. They're doing great. They're gathering up stuff. How much have I got? Okay, yeah, 360. These guys are pushing away. I'm going to let them go ahead and grind away. And I'm going to start pushing for more crystal. Because it seems like crystal is kind of the hardest thing to get in the game right now. It's definitely one of the slowest things for these guys to get. Because, I mean, at 5 geodes per miner for these guys, and 10 miners, that's 50 geodes per minute. Divide that in half because it takes 10 geodes to make a single gemstone. So we're basically talking about 25 gemstones per minute, which isn't awful, but also isn't that impressive either, considering that I'm able to basically be able to gather silver and gold at a much faster rate. So I'm mostly just kind of staying in here and banging away at crystals at the moment. And I think that's what I'll be doing. I think I'm going to sort of stay here and mine up some crystals. Maybe get me to... This 10,000 didn't really make a sizable dent in the amount of jewelry and swords I've got. So maybe I'll push for maybe 20,000 this time. We'll kind of gather up 20,000. We'll go back, convert it all into gemstones, and then we'll... Oh, is this one of the bugged ones? Oh, is this it? Will that work? No. Ah, come on. Can I do it from this area? No, this one's just goofy as hell. Oh, wait. Have I figured it out? Well, no, sort of. Not really. Ah. Yeah, this one's just bugged. Looks like this one's okay. Yeah, we can do this one. All right. Yeah, the hitboxes on a lot of these crystals is really goofy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be saving up money for the next level of hammer. Even though we've kind of come to the end of the town building portion for this particular update, I still have hammers I want to update. Oh, you know what I could do? I didn't think about this. I have my puppy buff. I could go and get a puppy buff. Hey, Baxter. I'm just going to get a buff real quick, okay? Mining quantity works for me. I like mining quantity. That works fine. All right. Back in we go. I've never tried seeing if I could get like more than one buff at a time. Maybe one of these times I'll try that. I don't know if it would just replace the buff or I would actually get like multiple buffs. If I can stack buffs. For 10,000, that's not it's not a bad price to experiment a little bit. I don't know, but we'll mess with that at some point and see what comes of that. Let's see. Which one was I working on? Oh yeah, that's the one. All right. Let's go ahead and bang away at this. It's replaced. Oh, okay. I kind of figured it would end up being replaced, which is why I was like, you know what? I like that. That's fine. I was kind of hoping for a strength buff so I can break these things faster, but you know what? Quantity is just as good. I have kind of discovered a few little quirks of the game. So I don't know. Maybe I'll take some time and make a tips and tricks video and kind of show off what few tricks I have discovered about the game. Help people through the early stages of the game, since the early part of it is really, really slow. Kind of wish you could have more than one save, though. If there's a way to be able to have more than one save, I haven't discovered it. Although I guess maybe I could do a little manipulation of the files. Maybe if I can find the save file for this game, maybe I could just take a copy of it, move it to someplace safe, and then start a new game. Like show some early tips and tricks, and then just simply replace the save file with the current one. I don't know. I'm always worried about stuff like that because I'm not like a computer programmer or anything. I'm far from a computer expert, but it does seem to me like that would work. I should just be able to move the existing file and then start a new one. Show some early tips and tricks. And then just like delete the old file and replace it with my current one here. I would hope that would work. Maybe I'll look for my save file, or maybe actually probably the better idea would be to contact the developers. I would like to be able to contact them with some questions anyway. This one working? Or is this another one of these bugged ones? Is this the bugged one? Yeah, this is the bugged one. Oh, wait, have I figured it out? Oh, sort of. Not sort of. Sort of. It misses occasionally. You know what? And it's funny because the one I think this is the one I was working before. Yeah, it's like every once in a while I'm switching over to this one even though I'm working on this one. It's weird. It's just got some weird graphical glitches. Well, I should say hitbox glitches. But that'll get ironed out, especially since this is early access. You can't really judge a game in early access. For the most part, usually when there's stuff like this coming up, I'll usually just sort of bring it up during stream. If it's particularly egregious, I'll send a note to the developers and just say, hey man, I noticed this thing. Here's a video showing the problem. You know, heads up, something you may want to address. Most of the time, developers are very grateful for that kind of stuff, especially if they have video they can see. So maybe I'll contact the developers, see what they say. I didn't even look to see the quantity last time. I'm gonna try to rush through this a little bit. $5,300, 6,100, so 800, roughly about. So yeah, that's about 50%. Okay. I mean, I'm just sort of like estimating in my head, but it looks to be about right. I do want to rush through this a little bit so that I can take advantage of the buff. That buff will be a lot more useful, for me anyway, with the lower level stuff. Like if I were to go over and start mass producing iron or something like that, or mass producing wood or stone or whatever. Or I guess if I were to hit that buff and then go over and farm, I get 50% more crops to turn into turn into stamina or health. A possibility. Yeah, because it looks like at my current level, it does seem like it takes about maybe a minute and a half to do a single one of these. A minute to a minute and a half. I'm only guesstimating because I'm not really like doing a running timer or anything. So I'm guessing is that probably the buff will be of minor help until I like get a lot higher up, at least for these crystals, I should say. For lower level, that buff would be a lot more useful because you should be able to get you should be able to knock your way through a lot more stone, a lot more wood, a lot more iron, a lot more of the lower level stuff a lot faster, and so therefore that buff would come in a lot more useful. As it is, I don't think I'm going to get more than just the one more. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to complete another one after this. That and the weird sort of like loose, the weird dislodging of the crystal. I wonder. I don't think that's working as intended either. Oh, stop that! It retargeted. Heck, I might just like switch between these two, since it seems like I can't really complete one of these before the second one respawns anyway. Uh-oh. The hitbox somehow got thrown off again. You really got to pay attention to those. Yeah, see how sometimes it's like it starts swinging and for some reason it's just not connecting anymore. The hitbox definitely needs some improvement. It might help to have some sort of like aiming reticle that you can line up your strike at, so that that way you can exactly see where you're aiming, and if you can line up the reticle with the hitbox, then you're pretty much set. It would be a lot easier. Yeah, there are a lot of collision issues in the game, but it's early access. So, I mean, again, I'm not bad-mouthing it. It's just something to note, that there does seem to be a lot of hitbox and collision issues. Now, here's a thought. Let me come over here. Oops. Come on. I'm over here. Why are you facing that direction? But let's do this. Did it hit? No, it did not. And it really should have. I'm close. I'm like standing right between these. It should have hit them both. See, I hit that. I'm actually closer to this one than I am to this. So yeah, definitely need hitbox and collision work. And the way I'm currently facing is really kind of weird too, because I approach it straight on, but for some reason it's like pointing me that direction. Kind of a weird character placement too. Just things to note. It's not like it's game breaking. It's not like I can't suddenly play the game. It's more just things of note that I am noting that just need to get a correction on them. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right, I think I found the sweet spot. But yeah, I think we will stay here and farm up crystals till we get about 20,000 or so. Maybe more, it just kind of depends on... But we'll go to at least 20,000. And we'll go back, convert it all into gemstones. Turn whatever gold and silver and iron that that the townsfolk have gathered into bars, turn all the wood into charcoal, and we'll see what kind of profitability we can get. I think I will just go ahead and get the $6 million Gemstone Hammer. I won't hold out for the 25 million Magic Gemstone Hammer. I'll just go ahead and take it up one hammer at a time. I'm not in any hurry, and I would kind of just like to see what every level of hammer gives you, or see just see the difference in the hit values, things like that. The nice thing about the game, you can pretty much just do whatever you want in it. There's just no stress to the game, and I really like that. Okay, come on. Fix yourself there. Why are you looking like that? It's so easy. I just realized I hadn't been talking for like a good minute. Like, so much for commentary. It's so easy to just zen out in this game. It's just, I'm just sitting here and just like, here I am, banging away on a crystal. And I'm just sort of zenning out. At 25 million, you should be able to chuck that hammer down into the mine and have it clear whole rooms by itself, like Mjolnir. Oh, that would be actually kind of cool. Can we have a Mjolnir in the game? I mean, I'm sure that probably would have some licensing issues, but Unix 1992, hello. What do you have to do in this game? This is a very laid-back kind of mining and town building kind of game. I've been basically saying that this game is like the power wash simulator of town builders. It's extremely laid back. It's very, very low to zero stress. This game doesn't have a timetable. It doesn't really have a day-night cycle. I don't know if they're going to be implementing one later, but I have not seen any sort of day-night cycle. They do have a halfway decent tutorial, but the tutorial basically just gives you the nuts and bolts of the game and then says, okay, go have fun. The town building is very hands-off. You basically give the You give the materials and you give the money to the townsfolk and they build it for you. This really is all about just getting into the zen of mining, chopping trees, crafting, crafting what you want to sell and then selling, putting it in the marketplace, and the marketplace takes care of all the selling for you. It's very chill, and it's. I think it's supposed to be. It really. They said in the description this is intended to be a very relaxed gameplay, and boy is it. I will say, this is probably the most relaxed town builder I've ever played. There's just zero stress to this. You can really just get into the zen of mining. You know, you're just banging away at this thing, and the sounds are satisfying. It has its issues, but the sound, the impact sounds are very satisfying. You know, since I've got townsfolk working for me, watching those numbers slowly tick up, very satisfying. This is a satisfying town builder. I do think it needs a lot of work, but it's early access. They'll put in the work. I you know, it'll happen eventually. But yeah, this is, it really is. It's very up my alley. And when I don't really feel like having those crazy, stressful games where wild and crazy action is happening, which I enjoy those too. You know, even like the farm building games or farming games and the crafting games where they're constantly throwing more stuff at you in order to accomplish. Those have their place and they're a lot of fun. But every once in a while, you just want a game that just allows you to zen and just allows you to be able to enjoy the game for what it is and have that slow drip of dopamine of watching your resources tick up, watching your gold tick up, and just being, you know, you are one with the game. Whoop, there we go. It's pressing the wrong button. In fact, really the only the only thing that kind of takes it a little bit out of the way is the fact that in order to properly mine, you have to constantly be clicking the button. If I were to hold it down, it does automatically, like, yeah, it does it like this, but it's not faster. I wonder if I were to increase the mining speed, would that automated, you know, it's obviously it's faster when you just click it. But I wonder if the mining speed, if I were, you know, if I were to hold this down rather than spam clicking it, would that make a difference? I'm a little nervous to try, since the first time I played this game, I did notice that mining speed did eventually kind of... Oh, right, this is the bugged one. Is that gonna work? Okay, yeah, this won't work. I did notice that the mining speed did tend to kind of glitch out a little bit because the hammer was swinging too fast. But maybe it's different if I didn't spam click and instead just held down the button. I wonder if it would still kind of glitch out on you. I don't know. I'm just kind of nervous to test it because the mining, like I said, the mining speed for me when I was doing my normal spam clicking, I noticed that it went too fast, and it's, you know, the hammer motion would interrupt itself because the hammer motion was just going too fast, and it would end up kind of doing a and it really wouldn't finish hitting, and you'd end up missing a lot. So I don't know. I'm tempted to try it, but since there's no way to do more than one save other than, like I had mentioned, kind of just you have to be able to I'd have to like actually move the save file to someplace safe and then start a new game and then just replace it later. I'll before I go experimenting, I'll see if that works. I'll try. I'll just try doing that. I'll try moving the save file someplace else, and we'll start a new game, and we'll see what happens. And I'll just experiment a little bit. I don't want to potentially mess up my game here, just because past experience told me a different story. So in fact, really the only if I were to comment on the animation itself, it would be nice to actually see, instead of the hammer moving through the object that I'm hitting, it would be nice to actually see the animation actually stop on the crystal itself, so that we can see a full impact rather than just it moving through, completing the motion. It would be nice if it actually impacted the mine, the crystal, the ore, the rock, the wood, whatever, and actually stop there, and you actually get a full meaty impact, and you got to see the animation actually coming to a stop, as if you're actually hitting a solid object. The impact sounds are wonderful. The impact sound really good. But I would just like to be able to see the actual animation itself be less of a, uninterrupted move, and actually see it interrupting itself on the ore or the crystal or the wood or whatever. That would be, I think, more satisfying in terms of visual experience. But I think really that's just more nitpicky. I'm nitpicking details, because it's really not a deal breaker. This is a very laid back game, and I like it being just very laid back. So I'm not really. It's nitpicky details, not like oh my gosh, this needs to get fixed. What the hell is wrong? It's not important like the hitboxes and the collision issues. Those are important details that really need to be addressed. Changing the actual animation to be more more like the object I'm hitting is solid and not just something I'm swinging through, that's nitpicky. That's a gameplay graphical preference, but is definitely not a deal breaker, because that's sort of design choice. The designers chose to make it that way. Okay, that design choice, 100%. That's up to the game makers, the developers, to decide how they want their animation to go. So, like I said, not a deal breaker. Just one of those. It would, I think that would provide a more satisfying mining experience, especially since what you're doing mostly in this game is mining. You are, well, I say mining, even though technically you're also mining the trees. Since this is the vast majority of the game, I just think being able to make sure that particular aspect of it is as realistic and satisfying. Uh-oh, we're not impacting. Come on, don't do this. We gonna work this time? Okay, maybe. Looks like we might be in a sweet spot. Okay, possibly. Okay, good. It's the vast majority of what you'll do in the game is this animation. So you want to make sure that this animation is as satisfying and realistic as possible. And so it would be a nice, I don't know, a nice change if that's something that can be done. But then again, that also might be the limitations of the engine, might be the limitations of the game itself. I'm not a game developer. I am, I'm just a gamer saying what I would like to see. I don't know what the actual programming requirements of that would be. For all I know, that could be one of those little nitpicks that a developer would be like, I would love that too, but I can't. And that's legitimate. I mean, that's understandable if you're limited by the engine or limited by, the game, the parameters of the game. Yeah, I mean, like I said, these are nitpicks. They're things I would see rather than a critique on the game itself. Because the gameplay loop itself is just really good. It's satisfying, and it's enjoyable. I could sit here and just mine away at these crystals for just hours. Granted, partly that's because I really enjoy mining in games. I've always been that way. I have no idea why I enjoy mining in games. I just find it to be one of the more satisfying things to do in a video game. I like mining. I think I've told the story before of when I was, when I used to play World of Warcraft. That was the main reason why I was as rich as was because I would just mine all day and go and sell what I mined in the auctioneer's market, and I would get, I would just be wealthy. How much gold do you get with 1,000 crystals? I don't know. I've never actually tried to sell the crystals just raw. What I usually do with these crystals is I turn them into gemstones. And I turn the gems. I basically put the gemstones into jewelry, into swords, and I use them as improvements to existing creations, rather than as just profit all by themselves. So, and that's the reason why I'm banging away at these crystals right now, is because my villagers mine this stuff very slowly. And because I don't know how much you know about the game, but while I'm doing this, I've told my villagers to mine away at like all this other stuff. So they're currently gathering wood, stone, iron, gold, silver, other crystals. You can kind of see I've got a few guys over here. They're banging away and getting crystals for me here. They're helping me. They're not nearly as fast as I am, but they are adding to the overall total. But I have discovered that you could, if you were to combine the gemstones with the base gold and silver jewelry, you make a ton of money. A ton of money. Comparatively speaking, yes, there is crafting in the game. And actually, as soon as I hit 20,000 here, I intend to go do some crafting. I'll kind of show you how that works. But yeah, you get, in fact, that's kind of where most of your profit is. Most of your profit is in the crafting. You mine up the materials, you go to your workshop, you craft up the items, you go to the marketplace, you put it up for sale, and then basically the sellers sell the stuff for you, and you pick up the profit later. I'll kind of show you the gameplay loop here as soon as I get to 20,000 here, which is kind of my current goal. I want to get to 20,000 crystals before I take a break away from the mining here. There's also like combat in the game, although there's not very much, and what there is of it is very basic, and honestly you're better off just sticking to the core to the core gameplay loop of the game, which is mine, cut trees, craft, build, and then use the profits and the stuff that you craft to build your town. When you first start the game, the town that you get is like very, very tiny. It's basically just a marketplace, and that's it. My town has built up quite a bit larger since I started playing the game, and it's very satisfying to watch it because they like set off fireworks every time you add a new building. I'll show you as soon as I hit 20,000 here. And I'm almost there, so won't be too much longer here. But it's whoa, hello, are we hitting or are we not? Okay. But the core gameplay loop, very satisfying. It really is the comfort the comfort zone of town building and mining. And I can't even, I mean, much like with Power Wash Simulator, I couldn't tell you why this game is so much more satisfying than others. I really couldn't. It just sort of is. I wish I could explain why it is that this endless mining is sort of more therapeutic than the mining and crafting and other things that I've played in other games. Yeah, it kind of scratches your itches. Exactly. That's kind of a good way to put it. This game, scratches your itches, and it makes it feel comfortable, and it's such a very relaxed gameplay style that it's kind of hard to not just sit back and relax and enjoy it. Okay, let's go ahead. We've got 20,000. Let's go ahead and pop back to the marketplace, and we'll go do some crafting. Unix, if you wanted to buy this game, it's $6 on Steam. I personally think it's more than worth the money. Okay, so here is your... Okay, so this is your house. You kind of buy into the mayor's house, and this is your workshop. All these things didn't... It started off, this place was completely empty. I've since added all the various tools and workbenches of the trade. I'm going to start off here, and I'm going to convert all of this crystal. Let's see, what is it? Is it one? Yeah, it's 1 per 5. So we should get roughly about 4,000. There we go. And then this is a 1 for 2. So we should be able to get about 2,000, excuse me, about 2,000 gemstones to work with. All right, I'm going to turn, let's see, my workers have been busily gathering more wood, so we're going to go ahead and turn all that into coal. See, I don't currently have any use for iron tools unless I just want to sell them, which I really don't. So we'll go ahead and turn all of the iron my villagers have gotten into iron bars. We'll come over here. Let's go ahead and start with this. Now, the high performance smelter does have a weird bug. Don't hit the create max. Don't hit the create max on the high performance smelter. it has a weird bug where it will steal all of the coal and create nothing. So don't hit the create max button. It's a weird glitch. I'm not sure why it does what it does. Let's just hit 7. Instead of create max, actually figure out how much you can make and hit the create button, and that works just fine. Don't hit the create max button on high performance smelter. All the rest of these you can hit create max, and that's fine. Just not on the high performance smelter. It's a bad deal. Okay, so let's do, what is that? Maybe 80? No, maybe 795? No. Let's see, probably 780. Yeah, 780. So there we go. And then what is that? One for 2, so 400 for that. All right, so we have all of our raw ore smelted. Let's come over to here, and we can turn that silver into silver jewelry, turn the gold into gold jewelry. And let me turn all of my steel into steel swords. There we go. All right, so now that we have our steel swords, we're going to come up to here. We got our gemstone steel swords. I've noticed this one is like off and on kind of buggy. So kind of buyer beware. Maybe don't hit create max for this one either. This one is a little odd. So I usually just hit create for this one as well, just to sort of play on the safe side. Go over to our gold here. What is it? 342. I cannot do it. How about 335? Nope. 330. 332. There we go. So 332. And so that, I still have not even touched my silver jewelry. Man, it is so, it's hard getting enough silver gemstones to be able to actually create everything that you want to make. That's all right. Okay. So I made my gold jewelry. I've made my, I should say my gemstone gold jewelry. I've made my gemstone steel swords. Now we're going to go into our town. And like I said, our town here, when it first started off, the only thing that was here was this right here. Just this little plaza. You know, all these buildings, everything back behind. Oh, it was a rainbow. I never noticed the rainbow before. All the other houses and things like that. All like, we're not here. I have since built all of this. Okay. So management. Okay, so yeah, all I was able to build was the gemstone steel swords and the gemstone jewelry. So let's do all 70 of those and 332 of the jewelry. Okay, so you may have noticed that I didn't immediately get profit off of that. That's because what I'm doing is basically giving it to him, and he goes out and finds buyers for all this stuff that I sold. You can come over to here. There's a guy. There's sort of our main trader guy over here. His name is Mr. Toof, and Mr. Toof can give you, basically help you with your skills in selling. I've already maxed out the amount of profit I can get, which is only 10 levels. But you can also add a higher chance of it being sold. Right now I'm at 0.7, which basically equates to 70%. So basically every minute I have a 70% chance that one of the items that I just put up will be sold. For example, one of my, basically one out of those 2 lots just got sold. I don't know which one did. It just said something. Also, if I wanted to have more than those 3 slots that I have, I could add more to here, but currently I haven't found a need for more than 3 at a time. Usually I'm crafting the best stuff that I can. So, I generally don't have a need. If I wanted to, I could, you know, I've got a bunch of silver jewelry. I could just sell standard silver jewelry if I wanted to. I've been holding on to it just so I can get the gemstones and make gemstone silver jewelry. It's higher value. So, all right, both of them have sold. So let's see, it's on the other side there. 332 gold jewelry and 70 gemstone swords. 4,298,000. That is a stupid amount of profit. And believe me, at the beginning, you won't see those kind of returns. You have to kind of get to that point. But I now have 6 million. I can improve my hammer again. All right, and that would be up in trade. I've already gotten the mobile teleporter. I've gotten the iron, the steel, the crystal. Let's get the gemstone hammer. All right, and there's the gemstone hammer. Not that one. Let's take a look. So the gemstone hammer, the base hammer damage is 800. And I don't know exactly how the crafting scales, but right now, because of the strength I have plus the hammer damage, I believe that means I'm doing 944 damage per hit to the ore or to the trees or whatever. I believe the quantity means I'm getting 2.5 times the standard amount. The speed, yeah, that's just how fast you're swinging. And the sprint, boy, you start off like slow like this. When you first start off the game, you're going this speed and that's it. And boy, if I can say something, like for your first purchase, get sprint, because the faster you sprint, the better. And also the faster you get the, the faster you get the, oh gosh, what am I saying? This thing, the teleport stone, the better. I wasn't sure what that did, so I held off for a long time. I wish I hadn't. As soon as I could afford, you know, if I ever start from the beginning again, as soon as I can afford that teleport stone, I'm grabbing it, because that teleport stone basically allows you to be able to teleport to any of the places you've opened up. Because otherwise, let me run over here real quick. Otherwise, you have to go to places that look like this, and you have to open them up. And then you can teleport from teleport stone to teleport stone. But with the teleport, say if you have a little portable teleport stone, all you have to do is just open up the teleport stone, and you can go wherever you need to go. Did I find the chest in the forest? There's actually several chests all over the world. I believe I've found all of them. I think. Of course, having said that, I'm still finding like little like special skill stones, those little rune stones, here, there, and everywhere. When you first start the game, there's like a chest right here. You'll like show up and you'll be talking to Mr. Toof. Right over here is like a chest that has like 7,000 gold. I heavily suggest you put all of that into sprint. Just a heads up. The chest is very hidden. We'll head over there. Feel free to tell me where it is. I believe I've found everything in the forest, but maybe I haven't. From here, if you know, that way is the castle. Where am I going? And while you're typing, I'll go ahead and, like, mine some trees. You have to walk from the castle into the forest and keep to the far right of the river. Okay. Let me pop over to the castle real quick. Walk from the castle into the forest. Okay, so let me just start over here. I am in the castle and into the forest and keep to the far right of the river. I'm looking. Oh, I have to cross the river. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let me go back there then. Oh, not that way. Can I possibly? No, I can't. Okay. All right. So back here again. All right. So from the castle, we'll go to the river. And we have to cross. Oh, see, these have either respawned or they've added new ones in, because 100% that was not there before. Because I've definitely been in this area before. Okay, cross the river. I don't think I've ever actually crossed this place before. Oh. I don't recognize that either. You know what? I don't think I've actually been in this area now that I think about it. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't been over here. Ooh, okay. New spot. Oh, wrong direction. Oh, well, okay, I'll go back the other direction. But wait a minute, I haven't actually been over here before. Ah, okay. Heart, invisible wall. Dang it. All right. All right, there's nothing I can do about invisible walls. All right, so wrong direction. We'll keep on going this way. We will ease on down the road. Hold on. I don't think I've been up here either. Okay, that... Or maybe I have, and maybe that's why, is because I think I slapped up against the wall. Yeah, I have been here before. Okay. Sorry, for those of you who are new to the channel, I actually have an actual, like, real memory problem. It's not just I'm forgetful. I genuinely have a bad memory. So it had to do with my deployment, so... Yeah, for sure that I was here before, so for sure these are new. All right. Let's go back over to where we were. come to the river. Going to the river. All right, so here's this. We need to cross the river and go to the far right. Okay. I've been all up and down this area, so it's possible I've found this. But I don't know. Yeah, because I was here earlier today, hoping to try to cross over here as well. Not... Oh, back. Am I crossing this river, or am I staying on this side? Oh. Oh! Hey, all right. Nope. Okay. Found it. Thank you. I did miss that. See? Learn something every day. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, what was I doing? We want to... Actually, you know what? As long as I'm here, we'll go ahead and get some more wood, and then I'm going to go back and do some more mining for crystal. Yeah, I'm not real sure. I mean, where is it? Is it here? No, where is it? No, not that one. Which button was it that... Oh, no, it's at the... That's right, it's at the town square, isn't it? I know it says, like, you know, you have found, you know, X amount of world things out of, you know, whatever, however much it is. But I've also noticed that I think I currently have like 5 out of 3 of the world objects, and it's like, how do I have 5 out of 3? So I think maybe the feature to tell me how many things I still have yet to find is a little bugged too. Let's go this way. Get me some wood here. And then we will head back to the crystal mines. Yeah, it's probably good enough. All right. We will head back to the mines and bang on crystal some... Oh. Now, that for sure is new. Because I've been down this way many times. So, yeah, I think either these are respawning or they've added a bunch of new ones into the game or something. Because I 100% have been down that way at least 3 or 4 times because I was exploring down that way. There's no way I would have overlooked that. I don't know why I'm doing that, just because. It's crystals that I need. Especially since the next major purchase we have is 25 million. So I'm actually thinking I'll probably stay down here and mine crystals probably for the rest of the episode. And we'll just sort of... Oh. I was say, are we going to hit or are we missing? Oh, yeah. See, we're definitely doing more damage. Yeah, it's roughly about 1,000 hit. Maybe a little bit less than 1,000 per hit. Well, that's not bad. And... yeah, and it's 5,000 per hit for that, so that's not bad at all. Let's see, how much is this? Ooh, close to 10,000. All right, not bad. What about the swipe? About 4,000, a little over 4,000. All right, well, that'll speed up our crystal mining somewhat. There we go. Oh, we're doing that weird... if like something it would normally like cover your camera, like for example like one of those bars or a root or something like that, it'll sometimes cause like a weird flicker as the game tries to correct itself, and if a developer is watching, that's potentially an epilepsy hazard. Because that flicker, I mean, I don't have epilepsy or anything, and even I'm kind of going, whoa. So just a heads up, you may want to put a disclaimer that there's either, unless of course it gets fixed. But even, you know, until it gets fixed, you may want to put up an epilepsy warning, just to kind of protect you guys, protect yourselves. Because that weird flicker, yeah, that messes with people, you know, that aren't epileptic. I imagine anybody who is epileptic that would see that would be like, whoa! that would probably mess them up a bit. So just I don't know, a CYA kind of thing if there's a developer watching. And incidentally, if there's a developer watching, please say hi. I like it when developers watch my stream. Oop, stop that. There we go. Gives me a chance to be able to like ask direct questions to the developers. That's always fun. That in chat likes to talk with the developers too. See how it's doing that weird jumping thing with because of that vine? Yeah, that's that weird flicker just kind of makes me go, hmm. So what have you guys been watching lately? Is there any good shows out there lately? I've recently started watching Supernatural, which I realize is like, you know, like over a decade old. But I never had a chance to really watch the show when it was out, and I'm finally able to watch Supernatural on my own, and I'm enjoying it. It's a good show. I can see why it ran as long as it did. What is it flickering? If you see the what it did just like that, every once in a while, like if I have it's a graphical thing. See how it's like when the camera's forced to sort of adjust itself, it's doing that flicker, and it's like making my eyes kind of go ah. So it's just a camera angle thing. But it is sort of something to pay attention to, because if it does that too much, it really, it's hard on the eyes. Hey Stephanie, you love that show? Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I am about maybe a third of the way into season 2, and it's good. I can see why it was popular. It's you know, they did a really good job on that. It's fun. There's a new spin-off. I was unaware of that. House of the Dragon and Rings of Power. Absolute total garbage. Don't waste your time. They are well, I mean, House of the Dragon is good. I shouldn't lump House of the Dragon into that. Rings of Power is garbage. It is terrible. Considering how much money Amazon and you know and you know that company sunk into that series, it's just not good. The acting is terrible. The plot lines make no sense. It's dull and boring. It casts Galadriel as some sort of warrior woman instead of a sorceress like she's supposed to be. And it's terrible. It's so bad. Yeah, House of the Dragon, I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of people say it's a hell of a lot better than Rings of Power. But I did give Rings of Power a shot. I'm not watching it. It's terrible. There we go. Oh, started rewatching all of the Big Brother seasons. You know, I never got into Big Brother. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to give it a try sometime, because I never really watched it. The idea of, I don't know, people living in one house and having cameras watching them all the time. That seems a little bit like too real of a reality show. It's a grade school drama infested with adults. And I never could get. I've never really been one for reality shows of that nature to begin with, so maybe I'm biased against it. The only like show that was like a reality show that I could ever get into was, oh gosh, what was it called? Oh, now I can't remember what it was called. It's the show where like a bunch of couples are racing around the world and doing different games and seeing the different places. Oh gosh, what is it called? The Great Race or something like that? I can't remember. I gave that a try. A couple of the seasons were really good and most of... Yeah, The Great Race. The couple of the seasons were really good, and most of them were crap. So, it's like the couple that were good were really good, but I don't know. The people they were having on these shows were, I mean, just jerks. And they treated each other like crap. I mean, even amongst the couples, you know, and the game started becoming same old, same old. They had to change a lot of the rules because there would be like instances where like one person would do all the different tasks and the other person would sit by and watch. And they had to like change it so that if you wanted it in order for the tasks to count, they actually had to split them up evenly, which I'm really glad they implemented that rule. Because there were times where you'd have these big, beefy, burly guys just sort of literally just blasting their way through these physical challenges, and they would have these, you know, little like wispy, you know, partners with them that wouldn't be able to do a physical challenge if their life depended on it, and you know, and they wouldn't have to. They'd be like, okay, this is all you. And, you know, and they wouldn't have to do anything. And even like the mental challenges would usually be like one person doing them all. And it just, I don't know. I'm watching it going, okay, you know, this guy could probably do it all by himself. Why do they even have a partner? Yeah, exactly. Who can get to the lowest common denominator the quickest? It does seem like that is the case. And it's one of the reasons why I don't really get into reality shows very much. Not unless, like, we're talking reality as in, like, competition. Because the competition shows can be fun. Shows like... gosh, what am I? Gosh, I hate my memory. I want to say it's Naked and Afraid, but it's not Naked and Afraid. It's basically like the show where you're alone. It's called Alone. I watched like a couple of seasons of Alone. It kind of got same old after a while, so I stopped watching it. But the premise of it was pretty good. You know, it was people who were surviving in the wilderness alone. And doing, you know, there was none of the stupid drama of he did this and she did that and wah. No, it was one person braving the wilderness with very little and having to survive out there without anything. And some of these people would last months. And just be like, I got this, no biggie. Yeah, sort of very Bear Grylls. Except that, you know, I don't know, I don't know how much I want to spoil of this for you, but a lot of those like shows that were like that, which were like Bear Grylls and Survivor Man and all those others that were like kind of showing you how to do it. Yeah, most of those were had like an entire camera crew filled with plenty of food, and they were never in any actual danger ever. They, you know, it was, those were shows that were more like, you know, this is how you could survive, and he would show you how to survive, and then he'd go and like have a sandwich in his trailer. So you know, that we haven't had a whole lot in the way of real, you know, shows of that kind of thing since the Crocodile Hunter, you know. Of course, you know, he was the same thing. He was never out surviving in the wild, but he did interact with a lot of dangerous people because he was a professional, you know, animal wrangler or animal tamer or whatever. I can't remember Crocodile Hunter. But that was always a cool show because he was really getting into the you know, he would handle the animals, and it was, you know, they were never tame animals. They were out in the wild, and I mean, eventually that ended up killing him. But you know, it was good on him because he actually did it for real and not these, I don't know. Yeah, Steve Irwin. Yeah, I was trying to remember his name and I could not remember. Good old Steve Irwin, man. The original, you know, the original reality guy who, you know, who did it for real. And then, like, you know, others came behind him and, you know, always had a grilled cheese sandwich afterwards, you know, or whatever. You know, he was the last of the real deal kind of reality show type things. Ever since then, after that, it's all just been very, 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 very fake. No one's ever actually in danger, you know, like Survivor Island or whatever those things were. That was such a joke. Those were more like people didn't want to be inconvenienced rather than actual hardship. I mean, in order to get people off, they had to be voted out. Well, if they're having to be voted out, especially since they were, you know, it clearly became a matter of who was the most politic, you know, who was the one that could create alliances and all this other stuff. It's like, okay, so are you really surviving, or are you just there playing games and afterwards you're going and having a ham sandwich or whatever? That was, again, one of those, like, give me a break. This is clearly fake. This is clearly not real. Oop, point that direction there, dude. Okay, there we go. And so I know a lot of people like get into those and it's like, oh, this was great and they had all this other stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is literally just a bunch of spoiled, you know, pseudo adults that are, you know, getting, yeah, exactly. It's the race to the bottom of the barrel. It really wasn't good, and it's one of the reasons why I just kind of went, okay, you know what, I'm done with reality shows. You know, these are clearly just it's Jerry Springer survival style is what it kind of boils down to. It's Jerry Springer Survivor Edition. And I couldn't stand Jerry Springer. I never could get into any of those kind of shows. They're terrible. And nah. Not my thing. Not gonna get into it. Ain't gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Not at this juncture. I can't do it. You know, and now it's like every once in a while they'll have an interesting premise, and I'll kind of go like, well, okay, maybe it'll be different this time, and I'll take a look at it, and no, it's not different. You know, it's the same stupidity. It's the same, you know, man-child, woman-child drama And what they actually are just starlets hoping to be able to use the opportunity to catapult themselves into stardom. And, you know, they're crap. Oh, yeah, Bachelor or Bachelorette shows. Never seen any of them. Have zero interest in it. Those Bachelor shows and Bachelorette shows. Never watched them. Never cared. Was never interested, ever. They get old fast. Yeah, it really is, because it's just a bunch of, you know, people backstabbing each other, you know, taking advantage of, you know, taking advantage of a bunch of desperate people. And even if it wasn't like desperate people searching for love, it was clearly somebody hoping to catapult their acting career off of this show. It was just, no. Never seen them. Have no interest in them. Nah. I'll give that a hard pass. Thank you. You know, and this coming from a guy who's like, you know what? I'll try anything once, and then I'll make my decision from there. If you know, if that's something I want to get involved with, because I'm open-minded enough to always try it once. But there are some things that I just kind of look at it and go, nah. Nah, I don't need to try that once to know that's something I'm not going to get into. You know, the whole high school, I was over the high school drama in high school. You know, nah. I don't need to relive that through somebody else's eyes, thanks. What time is it? All right. Tell you what, I think we're going to go ahead and finish up this crystal here. And then we'll head back. We'll convert what we have. We'll see how far we can get. And, and we'll swipe and blow it up. Swipe. And boom, boom, boom. And we'll just finish it up. All right. Because I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm running out of time for today. I do have a normal workout stream. I've been trying to lose this weight here, so I've been trying to do regular workouts, and I have a standing 1 o'clock appointment where a physical therapist basically helps me out with that, so that I can try to get in shape again and try to lose some of this poundage, because I don't like being this heavy. All right, let's come over to here. Okay, so start with the steel bar. What was it? What, one per? Yeah, one per. So let's go 500. That's good. So we'll create 500 of those. And let's see, what is it? 1 per 2. So let's do 415. No, not 415. 215. Oh, didn't I hit 2? 215. There we go. Create. And then the silver looks like 440. There we go. And come down here. And turn all this. Let's see, what is it? 1 per? Yeah, it's 1 per. So 50. That's a bit of a glitch there. Because that should have been yellow, not red. But okay, there's our swords. Here's our swords. Did I notice that my arms are getting bigger? I did. I have the option turned on for what is it? Yeah, enable character growth. so that the stronger and more experienced I get, the bigger the arms get, and but I noticed that it's only the arms. It doesn't look like my chest gets bigger. The legs look like they've grown a little bit in thickness, but not much. All right, so let's go to here, put 50. That's 250. There's 50 of those. Let's go, what is it, 5? No, 2. So 220. Add some more silver jewelry. So 108. There we go. And, oh, looks like we can do them all. Okay, 118. There we go. And we can actually start dipping into this. Let's do... Was it 300? No. Oh, no, that's for 5. 100? Yeah, let's go with 100. And then maybe 18. There we go. There we go. So we're actually starting to dip into our silver for once. Oh, it's when I skill to my strength? Okay, well, that's good to know. I could actually... Unix! Thank you for the follow. Squeaker says thank you. Welcome to the Pride. Welcome to the Pride. Pull up an antelope. We've got plenty. Let's head over to here. And now I've got the gold, I've got the steel, and I should have the silver. Here we go. So 50, sell it. 118, sell it. 118, sell it. All right. And we'll let that go ahead and do its thing. I guess I could spend some of my money and add to my strength here. But I kind of think at this point I want to hold off on that and get the last of the current hammers we have. I think I just want to go ahead and save up because we only have one more level of hammer, and then after that we can spend all of our money on increasing strength. See, look at Mr. Toof here. Mr. Toof is like, the guy's chiseled. I want to get to Mr. Toof level. I could add some more to this, but really I want to save for this because this is 800. This is 1,000. I want to be able to get my magic steel hammer, and then I won't have to worry. But then I can just focus on my skill progression, and just sort of build from there. And we'll just kind of see what comes. Oh, we got one of these sold. Let's see. Oh, not you. I'm so used to being over there. 900. That's which one? Okay, we sold the silver jewelry for nearly $1 million. It's not bad. So, I'll give that just a little bit of time. See if we can get that to sell before we head out. I guess I could go and improve my. You know what? I guess I will. It's not that expensive. Let me see if I can improve my sales possibility. And go 1, 2, yeah, because that's as far as you can go. We're up to 80%. And then I don't know how many market slots we'll top out, but I don't need more. Oh, nope, I want to go this way. I'm so used to going over to there. All right. Let's see. What'd we sell? We sold the gold jewelry, and that's a little over $1 million. Very nice. I'm really curious as to how much 50 of those swords will sell for. Because that'll kind of give me a rough idea of how much a single sword will go for, and then I can kind of start estimating my amounts from there. Not that I'm worried terribly about being the most efficient. It's mostly just out of idle curiosity that I'm even looking at all. This is such a laid-back game that I really don't care how fast I progress. I'll get to it eventually. And then probably right now my plan is once I get to the top level of Hammer, I'll probably end the Happy Mining series there until we get another update. But I will 100% be paying attention to this game. This game is a lot of fun. It's satisfying. It's laid back. This is the kind of game that you can just chill for a while, spend a few hours, and let your brain relax. And just zen into mining, zen into crafting. If I want to, I can sit here and wait for something to sell. And technically, I'm still progressing. Because, there we go. Because all of my villagers are working for me. So... really? Okay, so call that, just for the hell of it, let's call it 660,000. Divide that by 50. All right. So we're looking at roughly about 1,700. No, 17,000. 17,000? 1,700. Shoot, I'm terrible about stuff in my mind. 6. I hate this. I hate doing it in my brain. What am I doing? I got a calculator here. I'll just do the calculator. 660,000. Divide that by 50 and okay. So 13,200 per sword. It's not bad. One of these days I'll have to go through and actually figure out the exact amounts for like the gold, the silver, all that different stuff. But it'll be more for idle curiosity because honestly, I just don't feel a need to optimize this game. I'm perfectly happy just playing it.